See the way I treated my boyfriend, Matthew. I made it worse by making fun of Maddie's weight. But call her a mean witch. But calling her a nag. I even made fun of her weight, but calling her a big fat pig. That she's a load. I shouldn't have said all those things about his mother like that. I'll be in big trouble if I say all those things towards Maddie. So I need to be careful how I'm saying things towards her. I'm going to work on it this week. I try not to. I even call her fat legs. I called her a bitch. I told her to go to hell. And I think I must have went too far with that. I did. I was in control with the name calling. She has a wide ass. I didn't mean for that to happen. It made my boyfriend mad. He got pretty upset when I said all those things. I think I set my boyfriend off. And I did. I was saying mean things about Matthew, too. He's a mama's boy. That the way Maddie treats him. And I said all that because the way Maddie treats him is about Maddie not treating Matthew with respect. I call her a bug because, I want to squish her as a bug. Because Maddie bugs Matthew too much. Maddie doesn't give Matthew any privacy. He wants to be alone with me. Maddie keeps bothering him every 2 or 5 minutes. I can't talk to Matthew when he's trying to talk to Maddie. I think, to me, it's kind of distracting. I don't like the way Matt's behaving towards my boyfriend Matthew. That's the whole thing. But I want Maddie to realize that he's not a little boy anymore. He's a grown-up. He's 42 years old. He's old enough to make his own decisions and his own choices. And I call Maddie a grouch. That she's grumpy. Well, the reason why I call her grumpy is because she's getting all these bad moods and getting frustrated quite a lot. See the way she behaves towards Matthew. I'd like for Maddie to treat him as an adult, a grown-up. The way she behaves around Glenn, that's not okay. And I want her to be more nicer with Glenn. I know what he did was wrong by ditching Matthew on every year for his birthday. But wait, I know what he did was wrong, and I know he didn't mean to ditch Matthew on his birthday. He does it every year for his birthday. He forgets about his birthday and really hurt my boyfriend's feelings. And yes, Maddie said that he was kind of selfish for not coming to his birthday every year. Yes, I do agree with Maddie on that part. Because he is selfish for not making it to every year for my boyfriend's birthday. You don't see me you don't see me forget about his birthdays. I care about my boyfriend's birthdays. I always think about him on his birthday, like I always do. He never forgets my birthdays. He's always there for me when it comes to my birthdays every year. But nice enough to call me in Reno to wish me a happy birthday, and he did. Every year he wishes me a happy birthday, just to be nice to me. Sometimes he does wrong things, but at least he's learning. Sometimes he makes bad choices. I know he gets in a lot of trouble, but Matthew's not the only one who is getting in trouble. It's also Glenn. With all the smart answers and comments and foul language. Matthew wasn't like that when he was young. He was never, now that he's an adult, he doesn't do that kind of stuff. He doesn't. You don't see Denise use that kind of language. I never seen Denise do all that. She is part of the family. She's the third one in the Johnson family. I know she is. But I would never see Denise use that kind of language at all. She's smart enough not to do all that. She knows what's right and what's wrong. But Angelo is the feisty one. He's loud. He gets overexcited. He bothers people when people are trying to take their naps. Yes, Angelo can be a bother. I know he's annoying. He likes to start fights and arguments with Matthew. Like what happened when Matthew snatched a football in his hands. I know why he did. Because he snatched the football out of his hands because he didn't, for a reason, and I know why he did. Because it's no football in the house. That's good that Matthew told him that. I'm proud of him for telling him about that. It's no playing touch football or tough football in the house. It has to be outside. He's right. If he plays football in the house, he's going to break things and he will damage things, like the TV. He has to be careful. And I think Matthew has a point there. I think Matty's right. He will damage everything in the house. That's why he shouldn't be playing swords or football in the house. And I'm going to have to agree with Matthew on that part. See, that's what I do with my nieces. It's the same thing too. I have to be really tough on my Helen too. Not to set their eyes on the Nintendo Switch. They can play with it once in a while, but not every day. That's why I don't trust my Helen in my room. That's because I don't want them going through my DVDs. They could throw things and they can easily break things in here. Or the adapters, because they might get electrocuted. Or my morning medicines that I take in the mornings. That's why I keep my medicines in a safe place, so that way they don't swallow it. I don't want to see my nieces get sick from any of that. And it also goes with Angelo. That's why I don't want my nieces coming in here. They can't come in here when I'm trying to sleep or when I'm trying to sleep in. And it's okay to play with their Nintendo Switch when they come over. I don't mind if they come over to play with the Nintendo Switch. But certain rules I don't want my nieces doing. I don't want them waking up in the middle of the night and sneaking snacks, especially before 11 o'clock. Because the kitchen has to be closed by 11 o'clock. That is the rule in my house. There's no sweets or any kind of candy, especially at night. And I want to be careful of that stuff. See, if I can lay off on the sweets, I want my nieces to do the same thing. I don't think Nina and Elliot doesn't allow it in their house. And same thing goes on my house too. Same thing. 'Cause my brother only has the same rules as my house. He does. There's no drinking alcoholic drinks in this house either. So I'm going to have to make sure I keep an eye on my sister with that. She is an alcoholic. So she's obsessed with alcohol. And I want her to lay off with it. She's getting in control with it. And I want her to calm down with the margaritas and martinis. So I want her to be careful with the wine, the burgundy, the champagne, or any kind of wine. And especially white wine. Or any alcoholic stuff like martinis and margaritas. I want her to stop with all that stuff. And I know she likes doing girls' night out. Maddie does the same thing. Maddie does girls' night out, but she doesn't drink that kind of stuff. But Maddie's not an alcoholic. But she does drink ice waters and iced teas only, which is good. I'm glad that she's doing that. I'm glad that she's watching when she's drinking. That's good. If Maddie can do it, my sister can.